Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Good afternoon. So I am officially back. Did you miss me? Because I missed y'all. I had such a great time with family and friends, y'all. I did. I really did. I had so much fun to the point where I did not review the footage with Millie and the Black Swindler. I did not, but I will be. We will. I will not do another live reaction. I'm going to get through the footage. It's 5 hours because I said I was going to do that because I want to wrap up that story. I just want to wrap it up at this point. I don't know about anybody else, but look what my niece made me. Isn't it cute, y'all? I'm going to frame this. She made me this one. I'm going to frame this one. And then she made me this one too. Hold on, let me see. Isn't this cute? You know, the kids, the children, they love Bluey. I've sat and watched it with her, but they love Bluey, y'all. So I'm going to keep this. And I'm back in Gotham City. Y'all hear that? Yeah, I'm back. I'm back in Gotham City. If you are wanting to see what I was up to when I was gone, it's on my lifestyle Instagram. I do like little mini vlogs, but not long vlogs, not YouTube vlogs, because I don't want people to think they know my life like that. I made that mistake back in the day, and then people try to like tell you about your life, and it's like I just show little bits and pieces. So I have condensed that content into just my Instagram and just posting short mini little vlogs. And yeah, so if you're interested, it's on my lifestyle Instagram page. Also, I'm back. So that means to my Patreon members, we are starting the glamour. We are starting the beauty workshop. I'm so excited about this. So if you're interested in leveling up your appearance, you may want to check me out on Patreon, because all of the rest of spring, well into summer, because I've been told to do this through spring and summertime, we are leveling up and elevating our outer appearance. So if you would be interested in that, make sure you check out my Patreon. It's going to be under the second tier in order to get access to these workshops that I'm going to be starting. Okay. And I'm going to be starting next week. So stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and get into topics that have been popping up since I've been gone. First of all, I looked at the community tab. A lot of you had some interesting requests. I definitely want to react to Tracee Ellis Ross. That is my girl. Like, honestly, she is the only celebrity that I decently like. She is the only celebrity that I like. She stays out the way. She does her work. She's talented. She's beautiful. She's always laughing. She's always joyous. I've never seen Tracee in a bad mood. I've never seen her just mad. Like, she always seems very lighthearted, and I like that about her. So if you're interested, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so I can react to that. And then also, people still want me to react to Melissa Ford's Cat Lady video. I have not watched that. I completely forgot about that. People also wanted me to react to Sinners, which I've been wanting to watch this in theaters. So I'm going to see if I can find time to do that. But yo, I got to be honest with you. 420, it's Sunday. Come on. Like, I'm trying to be outside. I will definitely be participating in 420 this Sunday. I don't really plan to really smoke or anything. I just want to take like some THC gummies or something like that. But Sinners is good. Okay. All right. Y'all making me excited. Should I bring my notepad? Take some notes? Let me know. So yeah, I'm gonna be outside on Sunday for 420. And then Keke Palmer made a great business decision by not platforming Jonathan Majors. I keep urging and stressing this to Black women that Jonathan Majors has a history of abusing women. This is not his first time. This is his first time getting caught. Okay? And we all know, like, if you've ever dealt with an abuser, whether it was through sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, or whatever the case may be, you need to understand that not in all cases are abusers caught. But when they are, you need to make sure that you hold them accountable. So platforming an abuser was just a bad look for Keke Palmer. It's a bad look for Megan Good, but it's really seeming like Megan Good was the other woman that he was texting, and that's why they got into that little scuffle that we all saw. But Jonathan Majors actually has a history. My thing is this. My whole thing when it comes to Jonathan Majors, I'm all for a redemption story. I'm all for people changing, growing, evolving, and becoming better people when it's real, though. And one thing that really rubbed me the wrong way when it came to Jonathan Majors, when you are truly working on yourself, it involves solitude. I haven't seen this man go into solitude yet. He's been in our faces. He's been trying to throw this I'm a changed man down our throats. And honestly, real change takes solitude. How do I know? I went through real change. It takes isolation. It takes you not being in the spotlight. It takes you not being influenced by this person and this person. It just seems like this whole Jonathan Majors redemption is truly about money. Money. And you know what else? The Black community, which we're going to be getting into. The Black community also wants us to sweep this under the rug as well because of money. And I'm going to tell y'all this. As Black people, we going to keep losing when we make everything about money. When we make everything about appearances. We're going to keep losing in life. So let's go ahead and get into it. So a lot of people also requested Boston, Richie, and Tati. I don't even know who they are, y'all. I'm going to have to really look into that. Maybe I'll find a really good YouTuber that I can support and do a reaction to them breaking this whole thing down because I really don't know them. I did see some things on TikTok and I was like, but I was so out of the loop. And when I'm out of the loop, girl, I'm really out of the loop. I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to check that out. But first and foremost, since we talking about the Black community, let's talk about how China exposed designer brands. I've been knowing about this since 2016, 2017. I've been blowing the whistle on the beauty industry, the hair industry, celebrity culture. A lot of the stuff that y'all be seeing is fake. And I need y'all to wake up and really see what's going on around you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the compliment. I really need y'all to wake up and see everything that's going on around you because the recession that we're in is going to expose a lot to you. And you're about to see a lot of illusions come down and you're going to start seeing a lot of truth be spilled to the point where you can't even ignore it. So in 2016 and 2017, I knew that China was the manufacturing hub for a lot of America's goods, clothing, hair, like a lot of our stuff comes from China, y'all. And I found out in my own way. When you are working in the industry, you get exposed to a lot. I also had a recent conversation with a celebrity hairstylist. She just exposed to me that raw hair is still coming from China. They just label it raw hair, and they don't put certain chemicals on the hair so that you will get that raw effect or that raw experience, but it's still coming from China, y'all. And that blew my mind because she just wanted to keep it real with me about hair. And she was saying how a lot of these hair companies, which I'm not going to name because a lot of them are owned by black women and I support black women. So I'm not going to call out the names, but a lot of those hair companies are still coming from China. It doesn't matter how they're marketing it to you. As you can see, this is all about marketing. You recently have seen an uptake in luxury labels, how a lot of these apartments are labeling things luxury this, luxury that. Or come to my salon and have a luxury experience. Come get your nails done here and have a luxury experience. Come get your lashes done with me and have a luxury experience. You're seeing it. It's marketing. It's capitalism. That's all it is. But they feed you an illusion because that's what marketing is. If it's good marketing, then you're going to believe in the things that they are marketing to you in order to get you to buy. We're seeing that on TikTok. Like, oh my God, we're seeing that a lot on TikTok. So when it comes to designer brands, this is not shocking to me because I had my first wake up call. So y'all know Eunice hair. The only thing about raw hair is that raw hair is just unprocessed. That's it. They're not going to put certain chemicals on the hair so that it can give you that raw experience. Unless there are only two places you can get raw hair. India and China. That's it. Okay. Now I need you to critically think when I say this too. Why do you think women in other countries would want to cut their hair off and give it to you? Do you want to cut your hair off and give it to the next woman? No, you don't. You don't. Why would you want to do that? I need the girls to think. I need y'all to think for yourselves. Question things that's normalized. Why? Why would they want to do that? Why would they want to do that? But you also have to understand too, like a lot of us have been fed lies. Oh, it's culture, it's cultural. Some of it's not. Some of this hair that y'all are buying is coming off of corpse. That was also exposed to me by this celebrity stylist as well. Some of the hair that you buying is coming off of corpse too. Not everyone wants to just give you their hair just to give you their hair. Not everyone is out here willing to cut off their hair. And then some of you are saying it's to survive, but there are other ways for people to survive as well. An honest living could be one. Some people don't want to cut off their hair. So to just make that assumption that everyone is willing to do that, that's where we made our first mistake. Also, this is the same country that had us convinced that Africa was poor. The whole continent of Africa was poor. I mean, I could go on and on and on. There's a lot of things that the United States has been able to get away with for years. And one of the biggest tips that I will give you, read the news in other countries when it comes to the United States. Read what their news is giving to their people over there versus what we're getting over here. It's two totally different stories being told. So that's something that you should look into as well. But I had my first wake-up call when I worked for this company, this brand, under contract. This is when I was heavily in my hair reviews. And if you notice, I just stopped cold turkey. But Eunice Hair was a company that I had been working with for years under contract. They paid me very well. But then I started noticing some of their business practices that I did not agree with. I also noticed how they were the R word. I mean, and this was back in 2016, 2017, that era. So I started seeing how they did not really care for Black people. They also just had really bad business practices. They would really steal my photos, take them and like edit them and then repackage them on their website and like market them in a certain type of way. And that's not even how I took the photo. That's not how the photo was taken. So I didn't like that. So I decided to end my contract. The R word, y'all. Ray. Okay. If you get it. Okay. But I decided to end the contract with them. So when I decided to end the contract with them, I'm like, okay, so I should have known, but I didn't know. So y'all, literally the next day when I decided to no longer work with them, I got this email from another hair brand company called Beauty Forever. And so they wanted to bring me on and start a contract with them, and they were going to pay me this. And I was supposed to do like 2 videos a month, and they would send me out different hair, and I was supposed to review it, et cetera, et cetera. Now, listen, Eunice hair, I love that hair. Also, Beauty Forever, I love that hair. But I did not know that they were the same. So this is how I found out. I got a Beauty Forever package one day. And when I got the Beauty Forever package, if you looked at the male label, it's in Chinese, or Mandarin. If you look at the label at the very top, I compared Eunice and I compared Beauty Forever, and I was like, wait a minute, this is coming from the same manufacturer. So that's how I found out that the hair was coming from the same company. Like, so this is not new to me. Honestly, this is not shocking to me at all. A lot of people are wondering, oh, Walmart came out with a Birkin line. Yeah. Yeah, they did. So what's the difference between Walmart's Birkin versus Hermes Birkin? Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Things are assembled here versus things are assembled here. It's very similar to boutiques, right? Y'all remember back in like 2016, 2017, during the Instagram baddie era, and the girls was coming out with their boutiques, and you started noticing that a lot of the boutiques had the same stuff. But if you owned your boutique, you would buy from the vendor, you would slap your tag on it, you would slap your label on it, your brand logo on it, and you would what? Sell it. It's the same thing, y'all. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So if you just want your Birkin to go to Italy to get the label stamped on it, just like a boutique would do, okay, get the hardware stamped on it so that they can personalize it for you under this particular brand name, just like a boutique, then that's what you're paying for. That's it. That's what you're paying for. And then if you've ever gone to the LA fashion district, girl, like, honestly, y'all, I'm just really shocked at how fake everything is. This is why, like, people always wonder, like, why you don't do beauty and fashion, all that. A lot of this shit is fake. You got to understand, when I was young and naive, I really wanted to make a change, and I wanted to, like, get into the industry and make a change, make a wave. But once I started realizing how fake everything was, and everything is really just built off of illusions, it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. So basically what you're paying for is the logo. You're paying for the logo. And now China is basically saying, hey, we could put the logo on there for you if that's what you want. And what's the website called? I think it's called is it called DHgate? Yeah, DHgate. DHgate been doing that. DHgate been doing that. They were like, okay, because DHgate used to be the place where you could just go and get the Birkin with the label and all of that on it, right? But it would not be coming from Italy or France. That's really it. So listen, black people, because I know how y'all are. Lululemon, Gucci, these are people that said that they don't like you, that they don't want you wearing their stuff, and you still buy it anyway. And now China has exposed them, right? And I already know you're still going to buy. I already know you're going to break your neck. And you want to know why? Black people don't understand how much yes, I will say they the white man, the Chinese man, hell, the Indian man. I don't think black people understand how much people make money off of us because of our low self-esteem, our insecurities. And listen, I get it. I get it. We are ostracized simply because we're black. There are things that we experience that other people do not experience simply because we're black. So like, I get it, right? So what they do is they traumatize us, right? And then they upcharge us based off of the things that they traumatized us over, right? So like, they give us these insecurities, they give us the trauma, they give us these negative experiences, and then they be like, and then we're gonna make you pay to deal with that. And a lot of times it's self-medicated, right? Like, it's to just slap a Band-Aid over it and just say, yeah, I'm going to fix my low self-esteem that is really caused by me being black in America, right? Or black in the world in general, right? And then I'm going to go buy these designer brands to make myself feel like something, like I matter. You have to feel these things on your own. If not, they're going to keep taking money from you. They're going to keep taking money from the black community. And then they're going to go laughing about it with their broker, or they're going to go laughing about it with their investors. And they're just going to keep making money off of us. Like, it's just a cycle. That's it. So once I peeped the truth, as you can see, I don't do the hair companies no more. It just really rubbed me the wrong way. And then back in the day, there was an email that I was a part of, and it was like a group of black influencers that did hair reviews. And we, as black women, we were on this email thread, and we were discussing this, of course, behind scenes. We weren't even being paid the same. Some influencers were being paid more, and it wasn't based off of numbers. Really, you know what it was based off of? It was based off of a black woman truly knowing her worth and charging more. And she was able to negotiate that and get that price. So you could literally see two black women content creators that had the same amount of followers or subscribers, right? And one would be getting paid $600 and the other would be getting paid $3,000. And it was because she knew her worth and was willing to negotiate it. She probably had the take it or leave it mindset. And then this woman just took what she thought she could get. This is happening to us as black people a lot. Like, when I tell you there's a lot of layers to this, it's not just China exposing black designers. It's what they're really saying, though. It's what they're really saying, though. It's the quiet part that they're not saying. And so Lululemon, right? Lulu is like, listen, we can get you the same material. You want Lululemon, we got you. We can send you out the same material. It's just not going to have Lululemon, the logo on it. But if you're black and you struggle with low self-esteem, or you struggle with feeling validated, or you're looking to be seen a certain way in the social hierarchy, that label, it means the world to you. It's like a life or death experience for you. You have to get that Lululemon label on it, or if you don't, you won't be seen a certain way in the social hierarchy. This is why I don't call myself an alpha woman, because I'm more of a sigma woman. I don't give a damn about no social hierarchy. I do not care about that. Sigmas, we go off, we do our own thing. If you want to follow, I'm not going to stop you, sis, because you have free will. But sigma women, we don't care about the social hierarchies. We don't. So I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention, to look at it from a different perspective. Just like the boutiques upsell you, so do the designer brands. So it's the same damn thing, y'all. And then the Instagram baddies, they was clocking it, right? They was like, oh, let me create hype. Let me create clout around my name. Jada Waiter. Okay. Let me create some hype around my name. And I'm going to do what the designer brands are doing. Oh, probably. I wouldn't be shocked by that. Thank you for that. Yeah, so Jada Waiter, I don't know who else. I don't even know who else. Girl, what's another Instagram baddie's name that came out with a line? oh my God, what's her name? J Nice? I forget. I know I'm saying her name wrong. But she came out with so many different lines. Raven, Ari Fletcher, all of them, y'all, all of them. They all have Chinese vendors, especially because I remember Drea, Michelle, when she first started, she was going to the LA district because I was watching LA Basketball Wives at that time. And I know for a fact she knew. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all going to go out here and still buy? I'm not going to judge you if you do. If anything, I get it. I understand. You know what? Why don't you just buy the knockoff? I don't understand. Like, can y'all explain to me? Ooh, Kim Kardashian Skims too. Yeah. She by Shuri. Girl, did y'all see that? Did y'all see the comparison when she had that yoga two-piece? Girl, she by Cherie. I couldn't believe that. It was so obvious. B Simone. Do y'all see why I don't be selling y'all nothing? I can't be fake. I can't sell out. I can't. Listen, I would have done it before, but now it's like when you know. I can't do y'all like that. I really can't. I don't have the heart to do it. But no, are y'all still like black people? Why can't you just buy the dupe? I just don't understand. You know what I'm going to be focusing on? Well, I'm going to continue to focus on. I'm going to continue to focus on what I like. Right? I'm a focus on what I like. And then I'm going to focus on supporting people who make things by hand. I'm going to be supporting my local artists. Like, I'm going to be supporting the people that are crafty. I'm going to be supporting the people that really put in them hours and they create something that cannot be duplicated at all. That to me is about to be the new luxury. Handmade things that are made well. Okay, not it's falling apart and stuff. No. Handmade things that are made well. I will be supporting you. Okay, call me, reach out to me, because that's an exclusive piece. See, a lot of people are like, oh, I want exclusive. Okay, well, you can get exclusive by reaching out to your local artist or your local craftsmanship person or whatever that's into whatever little hobby or whatever little thing they got going on, and support them. That's an exclusive piece. But listen, the conveyor belt designer brands were just exposed. So like, this is being shipped to Italy and France, and then this is being shipped to the United States and it's going to Walmart. That's it. But when you support people who make things by hand, you are supporting something that is truly exclusive. Isn't that what the girls want? So I will be continuing my antique shopping. Also, if you do buy designer, I'm going to be so real with y'all. And I've been saying this, buy vintage. Okay. I will never forget this one girl. She went to the Chanel store. She took us on the trip. She finally was able to buy her Chanel bag. And listen, I wanted a Chanel bag until I saw how the quality declined. And a vintage Chanel is way better than this modern Chanel that they got going on. Because, girl, she went in there, she bought this Chanel bag, and then like a few days later, the hardware just popped off. Like the little Chanel symbol, it just popped off. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if she wouldn't have showed that she went into the store and she bought this Chanel bag, I'm like, you a Chanel lie, because ain't no way. It popped off so easily. And this is when I was like, okay, yeah, the quality is declining. But listen, it doesn't just stop at material goods, y'all. It doesn't just stop in the fashion industry. Are y'all not seeing how our craftsmanship is declining overall? Like, look at the furniture market industry. That is declining too. They not making furniture the same. Okay, like our grandparents and our parents, they had that sturdy furniture. This furniture is breaking, it's flimsy, it's plastic. And some of it looks like wood, but it's like that vinyl type of texture. It's, Girl, it's everywhere. There is a decline in everything. It's not just designer brands. It's not just the fashion industry. If you read in the room, girl, read the room. The way they even making these houses are cheap. Hell, y'all, I'm telling you, you can hear your neighbor. The insulation ain't even that good. You could be in your kitchen and you hearing your neighbor give their kids a bath. This isn't multi-living. That's a house. Everything is just declining, y'all. And that's just part of just where we are in the world. So, hey, I'm not going to be clocking you if you decide to go out and you want to buy a little dupe. I feel like that's smart. Okay? Yes, listen, reach out to me because I want a crochet hat so bad. Okay? Thank you. I'd rather buy from y'all than to buy from China. I'm just being honest with you. But do y'all see how China just was like, oh, so Trump wants to increase the tariffs, so I'm just gonna expose all of y'all. I'm just gonna let y'all have it. Yeah, what could I lose? I can't lose money. If anything, I can gain more customers. Hey, so they just basically what China is doing is removing the middleman. That's all they doing. And that's all Shein is. Like, everyone gives Shein such a hard time. Y'all, I had to learn Shein, okay? Because at first, when I was on Shein, I didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand. But I had to learn, like, Shein is just a hub to get you into contact with the manufacturers or the vendors. That's it. So, every time you go on Shein and you just shop whatever you're looking at, you need to slow your roll, go on TikTok, all right? Go on TikTok and look up Shein brands that you should buy from. But really, it's Shein vendors you should buy from. So every time I go on Shein, there used to be this brand called Misguided. Misguided, y'all, that was my store. They had tall girl friendly options. The quality was good. And so do you not know Misguided is on Shein? But the reason why Misguided is on Shein is because Misguided was the brand. Okay, whoever created that brand was buying from whatever manufacturer that's on Shein, and they was like, well, since that business went bankrupt, we'll just bring it back and we'll just provide all of the clothes that we were providing for this particular brand that went bankrupt, and we'll just put it on Shein. Y'all, it's getting real out here, y'all. It's getting so real. It's getting cutthroat because these people are like, listen, we gonna get our money either way. So when you go on Shein, you need to actually go to TikTok first, and then the girls are going to put you up on game on what vendors, what manufacturer to buy from, honestly. And it's amazing. So it's not. So yeah, it's not all fast fashion. I used to think it was until I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. So it's kind of like AliExpress. You have to know who to buy from on Shein. It's all the same, y'all. It's all the same. I noticed that. I noticed Nike was on Shein. Y'all, it's all the same. All right. It's just being shipped to two different places. That's literally it. But at the end of the day, do you, boo? I ain't gonna judge you. At the end of the day, we all gonna do us. Temu, same thing. All of it's the same. All of it's the same. So do you? And you know what else I noticed? I noticed this on ASOS. So ASOS, they're accessories. I noticed it with their accessories that some of the accessories, like their earrings, the bracelets, the necklaces, the ankle bracelets and things like that. I was noticing how they're on Shein. How do I know? Because I be getting my damn accessories on Shein. Also, I was about to mention that. Also, y'all cannot convince me that this is not real. And you want to know why? Because if you go to Lululemon, you will see polyester. And I'm like, the whole reason you buy luxury like Lululemon is because of the fabric. You want 100% cotton. You don't want polyester. You don't want mesh. This is when I knew designer brand was going out of style, was when I started seeing spandex, polyester in mesh, like that mesh material that's very see-through and stretchy. Girl, listen, if that's what y'all want to do, girl, that go ahead, girl. But I'm gonna mind my damn business with that one, because I was just like, isn't the whole purpose of buying designer is the quality? Okay. So yeah, I be noticing that. Let me go ahead and share some of this, because I just was like, wow. So y'all let me know. Do y'all think we should, who should we support? Because, you know, we black. None of them like our asses anyway. So y'all let me know. Who should we support anyway? Hell. Because, you know, they don't like us for real anyway. It don't matter who you choose.
I will tell you 30 luxury brands. Some of their products are made in China. Ralph Lauren, Armani, Nike, Dior, Lululemon, Apple, Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Balmain, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Cartier, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost is only 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it? Follow Helen, your business advisor in China.
Okay. Listen, I'm here for this. You know, people got to live in their truth. You know, that's all it is. People just got to live in their truth. You got to keep it a being. And a lot of people not going to be able to function in this new energy, because you just going to have to be real with us. And see, the United States, I got to be real with the United States. Y'all got ahead of yourselves. Okay. All right. How you gonna try to bully them? And they literally, that was just stupid. But you know what? Listen, y'all voted for the orange man. I didn't vote for that criminal. I'm sorry. Y'all voted for the orange man. I don't get it. Can't bully. Just like, imagine you trying to bully somebody and they literally are feeding you. Like, literally, they're feeding you. Like, that's insane to me. But okay. All right. Is it this one? Hold on, let me see. This one?
One bag costs 6,150 from the boutique. The other 300 made by me.
Have you guys seen that TikTok video that the Chinese guy posted about exposing how luxury goods are made? Basically, most of the luxury brands we use every day are made in China, then shipped to Europe and sold to consumers at a premium. A wedding ring that we can buy for $2, they turn it into $2,000. China is the world's largest processing plant. You buy Gucci, 80% is made in China, Prada 60% is made in China. Even Chanel, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Adidas, Nike, etc. The only difference here is that China sends them to Europe and they put some little label on them that says made in France, made in Italy. It's ridiculous. While people are still criticizing H&M for being cheap and of poor quality, those expensive and good products that you think are made in France and Italy are actually from China. So what do you have to worry about? Come on, your MAGA hats are made in China. And now President Trump has imposed an additional 144% tariff on China. Vice President J.D. Vance called the Chinese peasants. They're out of line. If you don't let me do my business, we can't do ours.
Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. I know he didn't say that. That's crazy. That's wow. As a girl who has spent. But y'all, I feel bad for the girls. You want to know why I feel bad for the girls? I feel bad for the people. Actually, I feel bad for the people because with this being exposed, the value. See, a lot of people invested in bags, shoes, clothes, because they thought that it would be an actual investment, right? Like they thought that they could resell it later if they needed to. It wasn't just, they just bought these things just to buy. They thought that if they ever needed to resell some things, make some money, make some cash, they would be able to do that. But with the truth coming out like this, all that stuff that you invested in, people are not going to want to buy that type of stuff. Like people are going to be like, girl, you crazy? I might as well just go hop on, what's it called? DH Gate and just get it off there. Like, why would I buy from you? I do. I feel bad for the people. I do. If you invested, I do. Cause cause I could get with it with that mindset. I'm like, okay. If you ever fall on hard times, you could resell it. Like that's smart. It's like buying art. And I'm talking about old art that has aged. I can see why people buy art. But with this being exposed, oh, girl, I feel so bad for the people. I don't blame y'all. The only people I feel bad for when it comes to this are the people who thought that they were better because they had designer items. That's it. Like, your whole world is crashing all around you.
Chinese social media users are flooding TikTok with their buying secrets. Why?
Y'all, this is CNN. This is CNN trying to spin a narrative. So pay attention.
Aim to avoid President Trump's rising tariffs on Chinese imports go directly to the manufacturers.
Why don't you just contact us and buy from us?
And guess what? Here in these two factories, you can get them for around $5 to $6. Crazy.
Experts say accounts like these are likely peddling fake claims, and some companies like Lululemon have warned consumers to be aware of potentially counterfeit products and misinformation.
Now, CNN, you a damn lie. Do y'all remember the trend the scammers had back in the day? Let me bring that back up to the forefront. Y'all remember when Instagram baddies were buying off of DH and then they were going into the designer stores and they were buying the designer bags, shoes, or whatever, and then they would do a return, and then they would return the DH item, and then they would get their money back? Do y'all remember that scam? And people were not, like, the sales rep were not able to tell the difference. I still remember that scam, y'all. This was probably, what era was this? It was probably the prime of Instagram baddies. So probably around 2017, 2018, 2019. Yeah. Y'all remember that? How were they able to do that if it wasn't true? I mean, don't y'all have like some type of detector that you use in the store to tell if it's a real versus if it's a fake? So CNN, please. Okay, I'm not believing this for 1 second.
Some of these videos are now no longer on TikTok. CNN has reached out for comment. Chinese social media.
Because listen, Target is already having a hard time. So if the designer brands go, whoo, this economy, I don't know if it will ever recover.
The Chinese exposing all the luxury brands, it make you realize we've been scammed the whole time. I paid $420 for this Gucci belt, plus tax. And I paid $800 something for these Gucci shoes. I just found out that belt cost $8 to make. It cost $16 to make Gucci shoes. These Gucci shoes was made in a Chinese factory for $12 to $16. Then they were sent to Italy to get that Made in Italy stamp put on it. And Gucci purchases these shoes from Italy, put them on their shelves in the Gucci store.
Oh, y'all, my chest. Oh, you know, it's not fun being played like this.
To us for 100 times more. I don't know what, man. I need my ass whooped. Somebody beat me across my head with this damn Gucci belt. Now, mind you, I brought this stuff years ago. I'm not materialistic no more. I rock white tees and sweatpants every day, all day now. But I say that to say this. If you want to buy anything like designer, Jordans, anything like that, buy it straight from China, because all this shit is still the same. And if you're the type of person that's still going to be out here buying that expensive, high-end, overpriced luxury brand stuff, kudos to you, my friend. Because I bought these shoes for over $800. And as you can see, I actually wear my shoes. As you can see, I probably won't even be able to sell these shoes for $150 just because I wore them a couple times. If you got any plug over in China, please send them my way. Tag them in the comments. If you're a Chinese manufacturer or a Chinese craftsman, hit me up. I'm gonna send you my P.O. box. You can send me all the stuff you want to send.
Y'all, let me tell you a little secret too. Let me go ahead and tell you a little secret. So y'all know I moved to Houston, right? And when you move to a bigger city, things are different. Things are just a little different. So I went to this girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was servicing me for a beauty treatment, right? And she was telling me, she was like, girl, all the people here wear fakes. I was like, what? What? And she was like, yeah, especially if they have like a well-known business, or if they had, or if they carry a well-known name, or if they have they've made a name for themselves, if they're a public figure, like no one would ever clock them. This is what she told me. She said no one would ever clock them because they are successful. So she gave me her plug, and she was showing me, I don't know what purse she had. She had some bag, but I don't remember. She gave me her plug, and she was like, yeah, girl, I share, but I only share with the people that, I feel would be open to it. But just to let you know, because we were having a real conversation kind of like this, and she felt comfortable enough to just tell me the truth about where she had gotten her bag. But y'all, it's so known. It's so known. And, if celebrities, you're not going to question if they buying fake stuff. But didn't Summer Walker come out and say, like, a lot of these celebrities be wearing, the fake stuff too? At this point, y'all, the only advice I could give you when it comes to this is, if you gonna put it on, make sure you feel good in it. Make sure you feel confident in it. If you gonna buy it because you want to wear it. You know what I mean? Buy it because that's what you want to buy. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Let me go ahead and switch gears over to, I don't know who the plug is. I gotta go to my WhatsApp app and see who the plug is. I'm gonna have to go see who the plug is, y'all. But that's what she was telling me, y'all. And now that I've been here for a little while, I see what she was talking about. I see what she's talking about. So, yeah. Let me see. Okay, I just finished designer brands. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, the dating coach. I just want to go ahead and put this on record, y'all. Why are we upset about this? Why? Because we, on this platform, the reason why I'm asking is because I don't see anything wrong in a woman investing in herself when it's truly beneficial to her. And it's clear that it was beneficial to her. A lot of people have an issue with her paying $10K, but I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I would have liked to see Halle Bailey do something like this. I would have liked to see Keke Palmer invest in herself in this way, instead of allowing a man to live off her lifestyle. And it seemed like she used to allowing men to live off her damn lifestyle. I would have liked to seen this with who else out here where we was just like Sky Jackson. I would have liked to see women in at that level care enough about everything that they've worked so hard for. Megan Good, hell, it would have been nice, right? It would have been nice. So we beating this woman down after I done covered I don't know how many story times of women spending money on men and funding a man's lifestyle, putting them on as authorized users. Ashanti is another one. So what are we really mad about? That's what I want to know. I want to see more black women take this route than to allow a bum to come in and destroy her life from top to bottom. Seriously. So or Dusty. Seriously. Cause Sky Jackson, what the hell was that? Marseille, please don't let me down. You're the last one that I have hope for, because I'm just saying, like, I'd rather see this. And we're talking about a woman who is a 7-figure earner. Wendy Williams, that's another one. Keisha Cole, that's another. It would have been nice, y'all, to see those women who had the $10K to spend, right, to invest in themselves in this way, okay, than to just settle or to just throw in the towel. Cardi B, Jennifer Hudson, Mary J. Listen, it's too many to name. And then we got to keep it real too, right? Even us regular average girls that, okay, we can't afford $10K, right? So we may not be able to afford this dating coach, but I mean, if you find a dating coach in your tax bracket that you can afford, why not invest in yourself instead of putting yourself at risk for destroying your life. Have somebody else be able to coach you through your dating experience. What is wrong with that? And then it's black women. We don't know how to date. It's so evidently clear. We don't know how to choose. I know it's hard to swallow. Listen, I didn't want to listen to black men when they said it, but it's clear we don't know how to date. It's clear we don't know how to choose. And you know why we don't know how to date and we don't know how to choose? You want to know why? It is because we're not taught. That's why. Other women have a leg up because they're taught. You know what we're taught to do? We're taught to take care of people. That's what we're taught to do. We're taught to go to school. We're taught to help raise the younger siblings in the family. Then we're later taught to take care of the elders after we raise the younger generation. Then we have to turn around. We're not taught. So maybe you do need to invest in yourself in this way. And yes, it's unfair because other women don't have to invest in the same way. But they were taught though. So we're placed at a disadvantage because we weren't taught. And one thing I know about black women is once we get hip to something, we take off. Once we learn something, we're good at it. In some cases, we become the best. So what is the problem? Why are we not investing in ourselves in this way? We should. We really should. I don't see the issue. And I hope that this really opens the eyes for parents of black daughters where you're going to allow them to date. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough because my parents have regrets. And I know some of y'all don't want to have those regrets. When your child gets older, you are only stunting their growth when you shelter them away from experiencing that part of life. That's a part of adolescence. Like that is a part of growing up. But a lot of parents, especially in the black community, you feel like sheltering them or not allowing them to do that part of life at all is helping them. And no, you're literally causing them to have social anxiety, to question their own judgment, to be unsure of themselves. You're handicapping them when it comes to their confidence, when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex when that time comes. You are stunting their growth. And then another thing, because this is what I had to go through. Okay, I'm grown now, so I don't have that experience. I'm grown now, so it's weird to go ask my parents about this or about that because I'm grown now. You are giving up your opportunity to help your child through those different experiences that they may go through when it comes to the opposite sex. You're literally giving that up because you're protecting them. So you're not even helping them get through their first heartbreak. You're not even teaching them through their first heartbreak. You're not helping them through their first relationship. You're not teaching them through their first relationship. You're not guiding them through their first relationship at all. You're leaving that up to them to deal with later and then deal with it when the opposite sex has so much experience and your kid has none. So you're putting them at a disadvantage. So is it shocking that this millionaire black woman decided to invest in herself? It's not shocking. I felt like it was necessary. I think it's necessary. Now, some things that I don't like when it comes to this situation. Black women, please stop oversharing. Oh my God. The reason why this woman is getting so much backlash, people don't want to see you happy. People don't want to see you in love. People don't want to hear that you invested $10K in yourself because people pocket watch. So now they know you got it like that. And then you got a man too. You can't think everybody gonna be happy for you. This is the internet. Some things just got to be kept to yourself. If you wanted to share that off the internet with girls that you come into contact with, women that you come into contact with, that's great. But to come on social media and put all of this out here, and then you're engaged, you're not married, I don't recommend that, y'all. I recommend moving in silence. I definitely want to watch her interview. I definitely do. But I'm big on moving in silence. I am. Evil eye is so real nowadays. Social media is not what it used to. And then people are already speaking negatively on her situation just because they're trying to find any reason why this won't work for her, or this won't turn out the way that she hopes that it will, or this is going to end badly. And it's like, you don't want people putting that on your life when you're happy. You don't want people putting that on your life when you're actually in a good place. You don't want people putting that on your life when you actually meet somebody and you're in a good place in your relationship, and then you have all of these naysayers coming in and saying all of this stuff outside of your relationship. You don't want all of that.
I had not gone on one date in 2 years. I invested $2,000 into my dating coach, Anwar White. I met my fiance in 1 year, and 2 months ago, he proposed. So now we're engaged. So I am the CEO of a 7-figure content studio, and I'm actually on my way to go host an AI event for Black creatives with my friend Will. He helped make that track. And so we're doing it at the Dow Jones, and I'm on my way there. But I wanted to give you some more story time. But I realized before we get to like the engagement, because the engagement is like that's like the finale. That's where we are here today. I realized there's so much stuff that happened in between that can really help the dating girlies, relationship girlies, the fiance girlies. One thing that a lot of people keep asking me about is dating and being on the dating apps. Working with Anwar, he's a big advocate for dating apps. So I started on Match. I did not like it. I met my fiance on Hinge. I was a hit on Bumble. Child, the daddies was on it. Anwar loves to tell us, the melanated girly, to enjoy a white boy winter. I didn't get that far on a first date with a white boy. But I had phone calls with white boys. And if this didn't work, if it didn't work one time, I was going, which isn't like some radical idea, but I was headed. I was crossing the sea, never to return. Now that I am the CEO of my love life, that is what Anwar preaches. You are the CEO of your love life. You are the CEO of your love life. And so I'm the CEO of Willie B Studios, and we're doing very well over there. I need to be taking those same strategies and tactics and bringing them to my love life. One of the approaches I used with the dating app was treating it all like a numbers game. So anybody watching, if you work in sales, if you are familiar with sales, you know that the probability of you getting a sale increase.
Thank you for saying this. And I've been noticing this trend in the Black women's space for a while now, that love cannot be something a Black woman should desire or prioritize. Every other woman can do it, but when a Black woman desires and prioritizes love, she's desperate. It's how, and I want to explain this. It's how you operate in it. Are you just willing to put up with anything? Are you just willing to look past red flags? Are you willing to believe that God told you to do some dumb shit when you know damn well God didn't tell you to do that dumb shit because it involves a man? Like, it's balance, y'all. And this is why therapy is so necessary, because a lot of women just want to be extreme in their way of thinking because they haven't done the work on themselves. It takes balance. So I'm pretty sure that if she was being coached, you can't be desperate. You can't look past red flags. You can't overlook certain things that maybe you would have overlooked in the past. I don't believe that at all. But it's like, is there any room for women who have that desire for themselves? That's what I want to know. That's why, not the ones that are willing to do whatever, put up with whatever, and just take whatever they can get. I'm talking about the ones that have standards and self-respect. Do those women have the right to desire love in relationships? That's what I want to know. Y'all let me know.
high volume. So what I wanted to do was engage with as many men as possible on app, and then convert those folks into a text, and then convert those folks into a call, and then convert those folks into person date. Now, if you follow Anwar, you know he's always telling us like 90% of these guys are not gonna make it. So that let me know, okay, well, if I gotta talk to 100 dudes just to get to one who might be a really, really, really good dude, I gotta grind. But I think about this, I'm like, even when you do get far with these guys, most of these guys aren't ready. The good thing for me is that Ty was red, like Betty, all caps, ready. I think I talked to like 170 guys. I wish I could log in to my Hinge and see, but I'm gonna say it was like,
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't want to talk to 170 guys for love. Hell no. I don't know. That's too many. That's no. I'm not gonna discourage the girls that want to do that. Listen, it's your life. But 170 guys, like I don't have time for that. But she did. You know, like she did. I don't want a man that bad. That's just my honest opinion. But it worked for her because this is something that she really wanted. You know, some of us don't really want a man that bad. Some of us need to come to that conclusion too. Maybe you just don't want a man that bad. That's why you're not willing to do what it takes, you know, to get the man. You got to go through 170 men. Absolutely not. In a year? Absolutely not. Oh, girl. I'd rather take a vacation. It's not for me, but it's for her though. You know, it's for her, and it worked for her. So
170 or something like that. And so what
That's
I would
crazy.
do when I was texting them, I would ask questions that were more so open-ended and gave me insight into their personalities and what they were like. And that let me know if I wanted to take it off of the app. Like, what was your most exciting thing that happened this weekend? And in that, if their answer is gonna let me know what they really value, what they care about. So if they're like, oh my gosh, I got to spend it with my family, that might be he's a family man. Or I got to go to the US Open. That lets me know he probably loves sports. I gotta get going. But in the next video, I'm gonna share how I would have these guys lined up back to back to back on calls, and they only got now. Oh my God, I am so funny. I only gave them 20 minutes. I wish if my friends who were in the group chat, I don't want.
Don't it sound exhausting? Y'all, I can't. I'm not willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to run outside to lose weight, but I'm not willing to go through 170 men. I would participate in a marathon, okay? But I can't do it. I can't do it. Men get on my nerves. They're annoying. They annoying and they trauma dump. And they drain your energy. I can't do 170. That's crazy. And then have to go through 170 men in a year just to find one guy? Whoo, that's a lot of work.
I'll call you by name because I don't want people to
This is
know
a full-time job.
in the program if you do not want to disclose that. But if you could please come to the front of the class and tell them how insane I was, but it worked. And it attracted a certain type of men. And that's what we all want to do. I'll post another video about how I used scheduled phone calls to funnel through respectable,
that's what I said.
kind, considerate, compassionate men.
And it took 170 guys for her to find that one guy? Damn, y'all. That's crazy. Okay. That's insane. Yeah, I just I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I want to invest my time like that. Like, I just think that is so insane.
So as the internet all now knows, I invested $10,000 happily into a dating coach, met my fiance a year ago, I got engaged within 2 months. I met my fiance on Hinge, And in my last video, I shared about how my dating coach, how we put together a strategy that would convert men from app to text to phone call. And I matched with about 170 guys on Hinge. That does not even include Bumble. Like, there were so many more matches.
What?
I actually may have had more matches on Bumble than I had on Hinge. And that converted into about 30 to 40 phone calls because I was filtering out the foolishness through this system. So for the 30, 40 calls I had that did not work out, as well as the dates that I had that did not work out, I had a very clear message that I would send them, all of them. Hey, I'm not feeling a strong connection, but I wish you the best of luck. I would always do it in a text message. There was no debate, no over-explaining. If he responded respectfully, cool, and most guys did, because there's really good guys out there. But if he didn't, I would ignore, and if he continued, I'd block. I would never engage after I have set a boundary. It is what it is. This is not a negotiation process. I'm literally making executive decisions over my life. Only about 4 guys made it to a physical date because I was strict on my standards, strict on my boundaries. I had a very clear vision.
Okay, everything she's listing off, I relate to 100%. But I'm still not willing to go through over 100 and something guys just to find one. Am I the only one that thinks that's ridiculous? I'm not willing to do that. Listen, I'm not going back over my standards. I'm not going back over my boundaries. I'm very strict. I have a clear vision, and that it is what it is. But I'm still not willing to go through 100 and something guys, y'all. Like, that just seems like so much. And then text them, and it just seems like that's a lot. That's a lot.
Exactly what I wanted. But before I got to that message, I had to rate each man. So after every phone call date and after every in-person date, I had a rating system that I would use to rate these men that would allow me to think without emotion and very logically with my vision in mind. And it's the same sort of approach that I would use if a candidate was up to work for my business. And probably the same thing happened with you when you were maybe applying for a job. After you interview, there's a vetting system that the team does to decide if they want to engage further, if they want you to come in for another round. So my next video, I'm going to share the rating system. And I'm going to share how I rated my fiance. And this man would knock it out of the park all the time.
Listen, I'm happy for sis though. I am. But this dude, it seemed like it's a full-time job. It do. I don't know.
As you guys all know, I invested $10,000 happily into my dating coach after going on 0 dates in 2 years. And now after a year of being introduced to my fiance, I am engaged. So my name is Smelly Bbls. I'm the CEO of a 7-figure content studio, and I'm now the CEO of my love life. This is mass hysteria over the fact that I dropped $10,000 on a dating coach. But that's literally a drop in the bucket when it comes to money invested in Smelly Bbls. So I want to show you some of the investments that I've made in myself, in addition to my dating coach, over like the past 4 years. Because I'm literally obsessed with myself. I'm obsessed with being the best. I'm obsessed with improving. I'm obsessed with surely having the best and being the best. So let's start with therapy. I started therapy 2021 after a all-full breakup, and I've been in therapy weekly for the past 4 years. My therapist is also a spiritual practitioner. He is amazing. If you want, I will share his name. His name is Jason Mitchell. He works at Agape out in California alongside Michael Beckwith. But today, the therapy is literally not to fix anything because I'm perfect, whole, and complete. But it's to continue to regulate my nervous system, recognize my patterns, and now to maintain the woman I'm becoming. Conferences. I live in conferences. So I did some math, and I think over the past 4 years, I have gone to at least 30 conferences, and I've spent over about $45,000. So this is all in my industry. It gets me into rooms that stretch me, where I can learn industry trends, projections, and network. Absolutely invaluable. So I have worked with a lot of coaches since about 2014, but last year I got my first executive coach, a guy named Peter Kovas. I spent $6,000 with him, and he helped me to become a much better leader and to start thinking about business more outside of the box. So with him, I learned how to delegate, how to communicate, how to build teams that actually scale. And then life coaches. I've worked with so many amazing life coaches over the years. Valerie Thomas was like a possibility coach. She helps you to see possibility everywhere. Baron Wright, he is a life coach who supports creatives specifically. But my life coach.
The only reason why I'm showing this is because she is the type of woman that invests in herself when it comes to what she wants. So she wanted to regulate her nervous system. She wanted to learn more about her industry so that she could be the best in her industry. She wanted to get a coach that could help her with her business. I mean, it's not just love. Because a lot of people are like, oh, she wouldn't do this for other things. It seems like she's willing to do more in other areas of her life. So this is just something that she does. I just think it's smart. If you have the money, I don't understand what the problem is. If you don't, I could understand. If you were to spend your last and try to get a dating coach and you didn't get therapy or you didn't invest in yourself when it comes to other areas of your life, I can understand that. This is a woman that's successful with her business. She's done the therapy. The last thing in her life that she wanted was love. I don't understand, like, what is the problem? Would I do it? No, it's not for me. But I could see if she was willing to do these other things, why she decided to invest into her love life in the same way. It makes sense to me.
One of my life coaches that I love to this day, Cynthia Ocelli, she helped me audit my life in totality and figure out what my long-term goals were, what I wanted for my life, put together a plan, and the action steps to get there. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so as of January 2025, I have been working with my current business coach, and she is a former Disney executive, brilliant. And I brought her on because I'm a studio owner and she has incredible business acumen and expertise. So she helps me put together goals, structure, and support of the business's overall vision. So she helps a lot with sales strategy and how to make my business not just grow, but how to sustain it. And then, of course, the 10K on the dating coach. So this is to support me in having a successful dating strategy with a proven framework to assess compatibility, to help me funnel, filter quality men, and to get me into a healthy and successful relationship. So yeah, all of these incredible investments are to help improve Shirley, to guide Shirley, to hold Shirley accountable. And in exchange, I get to employ them. In exchange, they give me value that I take and I go in 10x in the world. Now, I know there's a lot of questions about this team.
And again, I cannot stress to highlight this, but this is everything that she wanted. Everything that she wanted. Okay, I'm going to move on.
It's a lady on here talking about how she paid $10,000 for a dating coach and she met her husband. And, like, they're good. They're cool. They're happy. And at first I was like, okay, that's weird. That's interesting. Ew. But then I was like, you know what? I remembered something. That is not my life. That's not my life. That's just not my life. And I think that we could all benefit from that perspective every now and again. That's just not my life. What if $10,000 to her is like $50 to you? What if that's not no money to her? What if her desire to be a wife is worth her investing in? It might not be worth it to you, and that's 100% fine. But again, that's not your life. She didn't come on here and tell all of y'all that you need to invest $10,000 into a dating coach. She didn't do that. All she said was, I did it and it worked for me. What's wrong with that? I think you guys also forget the fact that if the dating coach...
I want to highlight this. According to my knowledge, she paid installments. So it wasn't upfront. It was an installment agreement that she had with the dating coach. So...
was Anwar, whom I love. He's not just telling women, like, download Hinge. Y'all love to simplify stuff. Like, all he did was tell you to download Hinge? No. Obviously, that wouldn't make any sense. And nobody would pay $10,000 for that. No. He is constantly teaching women how to actually date, how to properly date, which, unfortunately, a lot of women don't actually know. A lot of women don't really know how to date. A lot of women have a lot of traits about themselves and a lot of expectations about dating that aren't realistic and that aren't healthy and that do not lead to the relationships they want. So no, I assume she did not pay $10,000 just for him to tell her to download Hinge. She paid $10,000 for insights. She paid $10,000 for wisdom that she did not previously have. She paid
expertise. And this is what I just wanted to share this woman's story because I just wanted to show y'all how much she invests in herself. I think that's admirable. I think that's inspirational. I mean, just looking at how much she is just so dedicated to herself to get the things that she wants out of life. I think that's something that we can all take away from and learn from when it comes to her. It may not be a man, but did you not see the other things that she had on that list though? That was very inspirational to me. So if we don't take anything away from this, invest in yourself in the areas of your life that you truly desire and that you want. I think that's what we can truly learn from this, because she's on it. And I'm like, girl, okay, like this is a woman, when she gets some money, oh, she know what to do with it. She not out here spending it on stupid stuff. When she came up and she got some money, she was like, I'm going to invest right back into myself. I like it. This is better than what I've seen with most people. So
$10,000 for perspective. And to her, it was a worthy investment, and she ended up getting what she wanted. Is that wrong? If she has money to invest in things that are important to her, and falling in love and being a wife is important to her, and she decided to invest it, child, better for her. Who cares?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't see the big deal. People go to seminars, people go to conferences, people get life coaches, dating coaches, people get sobriety coaches. Like there's all type. Like I don't see the issue, y'all. And then especially when it's a black woman doing it, I just feel like it's a smart way to go about life, especially if you're successful, you have everything that you could ever want and desire, and the only thing that you don't have is love, and you're like, you know what, let me invest in myself and see what happens. And I also want to make this known too, that it doesn't matter what you desire in life. You can't get it without risk. A lot of people feel like things will just happen in their life without risk. That is a lie. If you don't take risk, you will never live the life that you truly desire. So love takes risk. You starting a business takes risk. You going off to college nowadays takes risk. You wanting to become your best version or your best self, it may require you to take a risk. Everything that you want in this lifetime takes you taking a risk on yourself. So if you're sitting around just waiting for things to happen, if you're sitting around and you're like, why hasn't anything changed in my life? It's because you refuse to take risk. You don't think love is a risk. You don't think having kids is a risk. You don't think starting or creating a family is a risk. You meeting new friends, you don't even see that as a risk. All of it's risky. All of it. It doesn't matter what it is. Because I hear girls say, I don't want no new friends, no new friends. You putting yourself out there to make friends, it takes you taking a risk. If that is something that you desire, you should not keep yourself from desiring it simply because you just don't want to take a risk. You need to get over your fears, and you need to get over yourself, and you need to put yourself out there so that you can take that risk, so that you can get what you want. This is about you. It's not about anyone else but you. Nothing in life. You can't get it if you don't put yourself out there. So that's what I'm learning from all of this. And I'm happy it's working for her. But like this whole, oh, but this could happen. Oh, but this could happen. Yeah, we can do that with just about anything in life. College. You may not get that job. You may not get the job position. Or it could be kids. You may struggle in motherhood. You may not. It just depends. Like everything, y'all. Everything. It's just, honestly, I think you should just focus more on what you desire. And make sure it's something you desire. And not something that you feel like you socially have to do. Or not make it about other people. Like, is it really truly what you want out of life? And if it is, then go for it. I don't care what it is. Go for it. Put all of your efforts into it. Seriously. And that's what she did. I don't see any issue with this, y'all. I don't. I just feel like we live in a time, we live in a generation where people are afraid to do anything. They're afraid to make friends. They're afraid to fall in love. They're afraid to travel. They're afraid to do this. You're afraid to do everything because every day that you come on these apps, there is a negative story that you're digesting. And then you automatically think, oh, that's going to happen to me. That's going to happen to me. Well, if you speak it over your life, it will. So it doesn't matter. Like, I've seen crazy stuff. Like, I've seen people not want to have kids because of what a lady on TikTok said. You've always wanted kids, but all of a sudden a TikTok video just changes everything. It never stops, y'all. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't take a realistic approach, and I'm not saying that you should just carry this mindset that you think you're better and you're above certain experiences. I'm saying that nothing in life is perfect and nothing in life is guaranteed. It doesn't matter what choice or decision you choose to make. You just have to make sure you make it about yourself. That's it. And be smart and wise about it. That's it. But if everyone had the answers to this or to that, we wouldn't even be here today. The world wouldn't be so jacked up the way that it is. No one has the answers. You just need to make sure you're doing things for yourself. That's it. That's it. And be smart about it. Think about the consequences. That's huge. I don't know what else to say other than that. Okay? And then if you choose to make a choice and decision, make sure you can handle it. You know, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, just make sure you can handle whatever comes with that. That's it. But nothing in life is guaranteed and nothing in life is perfect. And life is not just supposed to be peaches and creams and butterflies all 24/7 out of the day. Like, it's just not realistic. Like, this generation has created this perception on life that it's just supposed to be perfect all the time. That's social media. That's not real life. Okay? So you could be a mother, your kids are giving you a hard time today, but I don't know, tomorrow they could do the sweetest thing and you'll be like, oh my God, this is why I signed up to be a mother. That's life, y'all. Like, that's life. It could be, oh my God, you went into your dream job, right? Your dream job, it's so stressful, right? But then maybe you encountered a patient or a client or something, and then it just brings you back to why you chose this career. That is life, y'all. I just don't know what else to say. Like, that's real. That's real. Y'all are confusing social media for this perfect life, and it's not real at all. In relationships, sometimes you're not going to see eye to eye, and other times you're in that person's skin. Literally, you're literally in that person's skin. It like, that's life, though. You know, like, that's life. That's all I wanted to say when it comes to all of this is life. Just make sure you're making the right choices and decisions for yourself. You're willing to be accountable and accept everything that comes with it, good, bad, and indifferent. And just make sure that you're doing it truly for yourself and not for social reasons or not for you wanting to please other people. Like, just make sure you're truly doing it for yourself. Oh, yeah, my 11-year-old told me she's not having kids because she sees how her dad treated us. She's an A honor and a very talented. Now she stays with me full time and she wants nothing to do with them. He tried to turn her against me, but it backfired. Ooh. So just make sure that y'all, and thank you for the super chat. Just make sure that y'all are just being honest with yourself. And yeah, that's really it. So this is what she wanted to do. And seeing how I'm coming to the realization that black women don't know how to date. I don't see a woman of her caliber who is a millionaire investing $10K into herself. I would actually like to see more of this instead of seeing women fund men's lives, put them as authorized users on their credit cards, buy them cars, live off their lifestyle. I would rather see a woman investing in herself in this way than to see the other stuff that I'm seeing. Okay? Seriously. Because this is a step up from what we've been seeing. And I hope everything works out. I really do. I'm not going to wish anything negative on this woman. I hope everything works out and she gets everything that she desires out of life, honestly. Okay, let me move on. Okay, and I didn't like this. The Smelly Bbls. I have a different take on this too. So I did not watch this when it went viral the first time. Hold on. Let me see.
So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking real bad. And it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume. Because when I would use public restrooms, It would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. First I'm in denial, like, no, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL. It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry, weekly, like I've been doing before I got the BBL. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh. I really was like, so this one day.
Okay, so one thing that I want to point out, it is clear that her body rejected the BBL. Okay? This is not common when it comes to you getting or having a BBL. This is an experience that some women will have if their body chooses to reject the BBL. And I'm pretty sure, and to be honest, we don't really know how many women have experienced this. She's speaking out and she's telling her story. And it's based off of how her body rejected the BBL. Now, the reason why, y'all, I got to be so honest with y'all, I'm not really here for the smelly BBL discourse. And the reason is because it truly feeds into the beauty hierarchy, the rating system that men like to place on women. Now, this is a woman that's speaking from her experience. This is her truth. She's coming on the internet and she's bringing awareness to her experience. But I've also seen other women chime in, and I've seen other women kind of chime in about it to kind of like downplay BBLs or try to make it seem like, yeah, that's why I don't know why girls got BBLs and all of this. And it's because the girls who got the BBLs were getting a lot of attention. They were able to get the male validation that other women wanted to have. And so now the hate for BBLs, because BBLs are going out of style, it's like, yeah, like let's really create this negative stereotype or this negative stigma around BBLs. And I'm just not here for it. And y'all know this may be shocking for some of you because y'all know I've been against BBLs. Like I'm against it, but I was against it because of the negative attention that you would get behind BBLs, the type of attention that you would get behind BBLs. But now this has translated into something that I cannot stand. I cannot stand when women think, oh, it's my time to shine, but the only reason why you think it's your time to shine is because you're putting other women down. I don't like that. That's that mean girl stuff that I be talking about. I don't like it when I see that. And that's what I'm seeing behind this discourse. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And once again, this all comes down to male validation. This is why we women don't get along. This is why men have successfully dismantled sisterhood, girl code, because when it comes down to that male validation, we gonna lose every single time. We're never winning that. We're never winning it. We don't even know how to just have this girl's back publicly. We don't. We know how to divide. We know how to make this a BBL versus no BBL discourse. We know how to make women feel bad about how they went and got something done. But this is not the first procedure, in my opinion, where you go out and your body can reject it. You can get implants and your body can reject that. There's a lot of things that you can get done to your body and your body rejects it. So I didn't really like this. Also, it's clear that she's having complications with her BBL because of the description. She's describing it as rotten flesh or a rotten smell. So that tells me that something's not right. This is not a hygiene issue. I've been seeing people try to push that this is a hygiene issue. This is not a hygiene issue. This is a complication that she is experiencing or that she experienced. And it just really sounds like her body rejected the BBL. At first, and this was before I watched, I think, this video, I assumed that maybe she had gotten an infection. One of her incisions did not heal properly. Maybe she didn't get all of her massages, but she's saying that she did all of that. But no, this seems like she's having complications, or she had complications with her BBL. That is what it's sounding like. And this could really happen to anybody who gets plastic surgery. This could happen to any of us if you choose to get plastic surgery. This is not just a BBL thing. And you know what else? I get why men are feeding into it, because this is what men do. When men don't find something pertaining to a woman's body useful or appealing, you know what they do? They discard it. But I don't understand why the women are participating in it. I don't. Like, we always participate in our own misfortunes when it comes to our bodies constantly being picked apart. I just don't understand that. And then, like, I mean, the next thing you know, they gonna start saying our vaginas smell. Then what? It's clear that this woman had complications. Seriously. That's it. I don't know why we're feeding into it, though. Like, I don't, in the way that we are, though. I just don't, because this could easily, and yes, this is a woman with a BBL, but a woman with a BBL, this could easily be weaponized against us all. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm just thinking like, oh my God, this could easily be weaponized against me. And I don't have a BBL. I don't even have a BBL. But I'm talking about the discourse of people feeling the need to chime in and talk shit about how this woman is having these issues about her body and how it smells. And do I need to get into the whole black women and hygiene discourse? Because a lot of us are so insecure when it comes to our hygiene as black girls because of the stereotypes and the stigma surrounding our hygiene. There's a whole discourse on that. I don't like how this black woman is the face of Smelly Bbls, because we all know what that comes with. So that's why I'm not really here for it, y'all. I'm not really here for it, because this can easily translate into black girls and hygiene. And we've all seen that. I mean, black women can literally go, and you've seen the videos where we use like 3 different body washes. We use 2 different body oils. We use a body spray. We use, I don't know, 3 different fragrances just so we can leave the house. But yet we're always labeled and stereotyped to smell or to stink because we're black, right? But then you can bump into a Karen and she just walked right out the bathroom. She didn't even wash her damn hands. She didn't even wash her hands. She didn't even feel the need to wash her hands. Y'all know how it is. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not really feeling this. I'm not feeling it on so many different levels. I'm not feeling it. But I do empathize with this woman because she experienced this. This is her truth, and she's just sharing it with women because she's bringing more awareness so that women can think twice about getting the BBL. So I appreciate that aspect, but I just hate it had to be us, y'all. I really do. I really do.
Me and my boyfriend, we getting ready, to do something.
That's crazy. I think it's this one.
Part 3 on how I got my BBL surgically removed because my sit down one was stinking real bad. So I deleted part 1 because there were so many people in the comments talking shit how y'all are doing now. So I deleted part 1 and I made part 2 because there was some people in the comments that wanted to know more. BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say.
Yo, she gotta chill. She need to chill, y'all. Like, what is this? So again, y'all, okay, I don't know. It's so, she is naturally funny, right? But it's like, y'all, I've never been around a girl with a BBL and she stunk. Like every time I've been around a girl with a BBL, she be smelling like cotton candy and shit. Like I've never been around a girl that be smelling. I think I would remember if she smelled rotten. You know, like I think I would remember that. But listen, this is her truth. And then there are some other people out here that are vouching for her, saying that no, like I've experienced it too, da da da. And y'all, I really just think this comes down to whether or not your body rejects the BBL or not. That's what I really think it comes down to. And it comes down to how your body heals after the procedure. And this was a case where she thought that she could go and get the procedure, everything would just go smooth, everything would just go well. And I do question though who did her BBL, because I think that matters as well. I do. Who's to say that the tools that were used during her BBL was clean? We don't know, right? We don't know. But I do think that we should hear her out about how she's bringing awareness to it, because some of the girls want to go cheap with this surgery. Some of the girls want to be so cheap with this surgery, not thinking how it could have long-term side effects. So she had to deal with this. And then I honestly want to hear more about how she got rid of her BBL, but like, how did she get rid of the smell? That's what I want to know.
Stink. And if it's not healing properly and your body is rejecting it, the hole will remain open and the drainage will continue to come out.
Really?
And stink up your linen, stink up your underwear, stink up everything, okay? Now, my BBL been removed for the past 4 years. Only had it in for about a year.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was stinking so bad I couldn't take it no more. I don't know if y'all wanted me to get on here and say BBL smell good, but they fucking stink. Stay away from them.
Okay, this is where I feel like she messed up when she put it on all BBLs. Because, y'all, I swear, I have not smelled a smelly BBL. I haven't. I just haven't.
I wasn't expecting that.
Not saying it don't happen, right? Clearly it does. But to put it on all BBLs, I think that's why she's getting so much backlash. I believe that's what it really is.
Video the blood like it did, but I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things. I'm just about to delete everything and go about my business, because when I say this is crazy, it's like they removed the sound from my other video. I wasn't saying anything, but I guess I did not fit their narrative. They're not happy about my experience. That's pretty much what I was saying. They denied that. They said they're not putting my sound back up. So I'ma just, the crazy part is so many women pissed off at me. I don't even know who to start to block so they could stop reporting me. They're just coming at a rapid pace. So I'm done, y'all. I'm just like, I didn't know people was going to get mad like this. I just thought
I gotta be honest with her though. I gotta be real with her. If she would have worded it differently, if she would have just came on here and said, this is my experience, this is my truth, this is what happened to me when I went and got a BBL, then it would have been different. But she did. It was the way she worded it. It was the way she put it on all BBLs, and it's now creating this stigma now around BBLs. Now, honestly, I would like to see a study on this, because that would make me feel more comfortable about, is this really a stigma, or is this just more of her experience, or this can happen, but it's rare? We don't really know. But she's putting it on all BBLs, which is causing women to have an issue with that. And I don't blame them, though. Like, y'all, I don't blame them. I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't want something that's still attached to my body to have like this rumor going around that it smells or that it stinks. Like, we're women. We don't want to be known for being smelly or stinky. So I don't blame women for being upset. She could have worded this better and still kept her truth and her honesty, but she should have worded this differently. She should have.
Was sharing experience, but I'm done. This BBL tribe don't play.
I just need her to take accountability for how she decided to word that, because she said BBLs, they stink, they this, they that. And I'm like, that's your experience, okay? Let me see. Is it this one?
Just because I wasn't afraid to get on here and say my BBL smelled like dumpster juice and y'all or don't make me the villain. When you go through it, get through it, and heal through it, you are able to talk about it. And those that got the skeletons trapped in their closet will envy you. Y'all made up every excuse to why my BBL was stinking. I wasn't washing up. I didn't have money to pay for massages. Instead of just saying, oh, her body rejected it like I told y'all in the first fucking place.
Y'all, this is not funny. Okay, so this is my question, though. How do you know if the BBL is going to reject or not? You won't know until after? Oof. So you won't know until your body just rejects it? That's what I want to know. Can your surgeon tell you before you go in? That's, y'all, I don't feel like that's worth it. I didn't feel like getting a fat ass was worth it before, but it really not worth it if you don't know if your body's going to reject it or not. And then you have to deal with that smell. And then most girls, they don't even go into having these procedures done planning for any complications. They go into getting these procedures done thinking, oh, everything's going to go okay. Everything's going to go just fine. But they never think about, what if it goes wrong? Do you have the money to cover that? So these are things. I'm glad she spoke out and she's bringing awareness to it. It's just her putting it on all BBLs is it's the reason why she's getting the backlash. But it's still her truth, y'all.
That's the problem with a lot of y'all bogus ass content creators now. All y'all do is piggyback off of other people's story, and when it don't fit y'all narrative or y'all don't agree, y'all want to talk shit. But the same people y'all talking shit on is the same ones that's putting money in your pocket. Simply,
who was talking shit on her? Who was talking shit on her? I don't understand. I'ma always tell the girls, listen, invest in lipo. If you're gonna invest in something, invest in lipo. Do not invest in a BBL. Seriously, if you're gonna invest in something, invest in getting lipo. I'm just being honest. Invest in that. But adding fat to your body, y'all, it just don't sound right. And the reason it don't sound right is because when you add fat to your body, it could go wrong. Okay, it could go wrong. You can unlock the fat gene that maybe, I don't know, maybe it was dormant. I don't know, girl. But you don't want to unlock no fat gene, because once you do that, girl, woo, your days is going to be long, okay? And it's going to involve you being in that gym more than you would like. I've seen girls gain weight after they get BBLs and then gain it in areas that they weren't gaining the weight before. So just be careful with that. I be trying to tell the girls, being thick is hard. It's hard because to keep that shape, it requires you to be disciplined. Discipline. It requires you to be extremely disciplined. If you know you're not the type where you don't want to just stick to water, you know you're not the type where you have to eat salad for breakfast, then girl, that ain't for you. That BBL is not for you, honey. It's not. That one girl that went viral on TikTok, she was the one that sucked down those Chipotle, I think 2 Chipotle bowls. Do you not understand? That girl got a BBL and she's on there sucking down food as if she never got that done. I was like, girl, coming from one thick girl to the next, girl, you playing a dangerous game, girl. And then a lot of her stuff, it seems like it's high in sodium. Girl, you playing a dangerous game, girl. You playing a dangerous game, girl. You're going to have to change your diet for sure. That stuff you was able to get away with before, you're not going to be able to get away with that no more. Seriously. Having that hourglass shape, you don't think that takes discipline? Do you not understand if you gain 5 to 10 pounds, it's noticeable? Because it's an hourglass shape. Seriously. seriously, it's hourglass for a reason. That's why that shape is so hard to maintain. Y'all think Kim Kardashian or Kourtney, who just came out with that flourless cake at Crumble, she really be eating that too? You really think that they just eat like that just because? Seriously, like, listen, y'all, being in shape and having a nice body, it takes discipline, y'all. I don't care if you get surgery or not. You're not getting around that. Like, there's no getting around that. You're gonna have to discipline yourself. Seriously.
Because you don't have a brain of your own, or you're afraid to come out with your story, scared about what somebody else got to say. And to that little weak ass surgeon from Miami that was talking shit, boy, please, Google is free. It ain't.
And see, I'm gonna be so real with y'all. I don't really trust the surgeons, because if the surgeons were coming out and they were like, oh no, what she's saying is true, this can happen, da da da, they lose money. So listen, I think you need to really consider some things, because I wouldn't trust the surgeon. The surgeon makes thousands of dollars, like probably millions of dollars. I wouldn't trust the surgeon coming out speaking out against her experience at all, because they not trying to mess up their money. Why would they do that? Why would they tell you the truth when they making money?
No one person, or you fucking crazy?
Yeah, I don't know why she put that music on. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, y'all. That's just my thoughts. Listen, the only thing I'm gonna say is make sure you go to a doctor that is trustworthy if you're gonna do it, because I'm not your mother. You know what I mean? My mama, she didn't want me to get lipo, and I got lipo, and I told her that I wasn't gonna get lipo, and I got it anyway. So even my own mama couldn't stop me from getting plastic surgery. So what I'm going to tell you is, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. I did research, and I did research. And then when I thought I did research, or I thought I did enough research, I went and did some more research. And I researched, and I researched. And you know how I chose my surgeon? I chose my surgeon based off of the simple fact that I'm like, is he in it for the money, or is he truly in it because he wants me to have good results? And I chose a doctor that wanted me to have good results. So there were certain things that he would not do on me, because he said that he would not be able to give me good results. And I was like, oh, that's a surgeon I can trust, because he's not just going to do a procedure just because he can get money out of me. He wants to admire his work after the fact while also still getting paid. But he wants me to not just go in and get something done and then look jacked up afterwards. So do your research, and then when you think you've done enough research, do it again. Don't be cheap about it. If you got to get on a payment plan, if you need to be on a payment plan for a year to 2 years, or however long they allow, then do the payment plan. Truly, truly, truly invest in yourself. You only get one body. You don't get multiple bodies. You don't. You only get one. So if it comes down to your body, there's no limit, right? There should be no limit. Okay? There should be no limit. Yo, I got lipo. It was Vaser lipo, and I highly recommend it to the girls that want to get something done, but you don't want to add on anything. I don't believe in adding on anything, just because your body changes so much in womanhood. Okay, you got to go. First of all, your grown woman hormones, they tend to kick in by the time you reach 30. Then you got to go through menopause. I'm going to tell you, don't add anything to your body. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, because once you pop out a baby, or you go through menopause, or your body is prone to gaining weight, babes. Like, seriously. That's why you keep seeing the girls who went and got the BBLs done, how they're struggling to maintain their weight now. Like Summer Walker is in the body. In the gym. You think that girl is just in the gym showing you that she's sweating? No, she got to be in the gym because she got work done. You got to keep all of that stuff up. So, and then what's at a disadvantage to you is when your body goes through those natural changes. It's like so much to keep up with. It's so much. And then you have different cravings because your hormones are changing. Girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. So think long and hard. Don't just think about today. Think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, after you have kids. If your body were to change, like, how would you be able to handle that? Are you the type of woman where you're disciplined enough to be able to handle getting a BBL? Because that one girl, I don't know what her name is. But y'all, I fear for her life. Seriously. Because she's eating all that damn sodium. And I know I had lipo. After you get lipo, you're not supposed to have all that sodium. You don't heal properly when you're drinking alcohol and you're eating high sodium foods. You're supposed to be low sodium after that procedure or after your lipo. So you just gotta be careful out here, y'all. My thing is, ladies, please don't feed into the smelly BBLs. I understand that BBLs is going out of style, and some of you are just happy to see it go. But just let it go out of style. We don't have to create a negative stereotype around BBLs now that men don't see it as appealing or men don't see it as worthy of anything. So they just want to discard it and then try to make it seem like BBLs are this and BBLs are that. They were out here doing a lot of things for BBLs. They were flying girls out. They was cheating on their wives. I mean, have we forgot? That's what I don't like about it. That's what I don't like about it. These men were doing a lot of stuff, okay? They were doing a lot of stuff behind these BBLs, and I have not forgotten. Just let them go, quote unquote, out of style, and you continue to show up as your best and just let it go. That's what classy women do. We don't chime in and throw dirt on the next woman just to position ourselves above them. Listen, just let them lie where they lie, and you just keep moving on with your life. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I'm not going to feed into the whole smelly BBLs. I just want to focus on the fact that make sure when you decide to get any type of work done that you're thinking about your body going through those hormonal changes. And like I said, it could just be natural changes through you just getting older, menopause, or kids. You just want to make sure that you're preparing for that when you do go get the procedures that you're getting done. Like not going too big with the boobs, because again, weight gain and all of that, pregnancy and all of that, that's going to fluctuate, and that's going to it's going to make your boobs bigger. So if you're going through that and you got the biggest size you can get, I've seen girls not be able to breathe. Y'all. I've seen girls go through pregnancy with implants and they can't breathe. They have shortness of breath really bad. So just be careful, because no one talks about these things, and it doesn't seem like many people consider these things, but consider your body going through those changes naturally, because that's just how life goes sometimes, and you're preparing for that or you're making room for that. But that's all I really wanted to say. Let me know what I should talk about next, and give this video a thumbs up. And for the most part, I think when I come back, I'm gonna come back to talk about Millie and give you an update about the black swindler, to see how he left, if he left, when he left, is he gone? Damn, So I'm gonna give you an update on that. Is there anything else I should cover? Let me know. Maybe I will do the Richie what's it called? Boston Richie. I'm gonna look into this. If I can find a good YouTuber that can give me a breakdown, I'll just do a reaction video so I can give y'all my opinion on this situation, because I have no idea who these people are and what they do. So let me look into that, and then I'll do that next, or the Millie video next. It depends on what I have time for, and I'll just keep you updated that way. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. And like I said, I missed y'all so much. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.